What's up YouTube, Cardfight from Glasgow, and today I'm doing a deck review on the Dimensional Police Clan Zeal. Just got this yesterday, well by the time this is uploaded, depending if I've got time. DP are not my best of clans to play, but Zeal I quite enjoy, just because he drops power and makes it more difficult to guard. Also I'm hoping to get better sleeves than the Angel Feather ones. So the starter is Level Beast Zeal. When the grade 1 goes on top of him, you look at the top 7 cards for the grade 2 or the grade 3. With the grade 2, Devour Planet Zeal, grade 3, Galactic Beast Zeal. So this build's a bit different. I realise I don't have a lot of grade 2s in this, might change stuff a bit, but this is the starter. The trigger set for this deck is, if I can get them all out, 4 heal, not 2, but 6 draws, and 6 critical triggers. I know these two are like odd ones out, but I will switch one of them over. I want to put stands in this deck to make it more, well, scary. So for grade 1s we've got 4 perfect guards. Again, this is an odd one out. I've got 3 diamond ace and 1 die shield. I would prefer to get 2 diamond ace just because it looks nicer in my view. Well, for Zeal anyway. 2 Commander Loyal. These guys have gotten expensive since the extra booster came out, I think. If you look about on eBay or something, about 20 quid I think. So if you don't know what he does, is that when your Dimensional Police Vanguard attacks hits, you rest 4 of your rearguards to restand your Vanguard. This actually won me a game when I was testing it against my own deck. There's 4 Evolution Monster Davin. This guy's interesting. He's a common in the G extra booster one for DP. So when he's called, you choose one of your other rearguards and you place it into the soul. So when he comes out, you can pay the cost. If you do, you can search your deck for 1 card with Zeal in its name, but it has to be the same grade as your Vanguard and write it as stand. Then you shuffle in your deck. If you will, choose a card with the same grade as your Vanguard from the soul. And then you call it. Then your opponent's Vanguard loses 3k. This guy is really good if you run Break Rage style, which I'll be going over soon. And you've got something like original 0 out, but you have to wait an extra turn, or you might not last an extra turn. You can just go call, put something into the soul, search deck, superior break raid. So from that they'll be losing 3k from this, 5k from the break raid. Which would be 8k they lose, and if you go into something like Zeal and use his limit break, that could be another 5k, so about 13k. Really good combo, fun when pulled off. But I've not really used this guy much yet because I've not had the chance, because I've been getting perfect hands. Then there's 4 I have Destruction Zeal. Becomes 8k if it's on top of the grade 0, and if Devour Planet Zeal rides on top, your opponent's Vanguard loses 8k, but you need Level Beast in the soul, which will probably be in the soul. And then 2 limit break removers might change these guys for more grade 2s, as you'll see in a minute, because after sorting this out I realised I had 6 grade 2s, so I might switch these guys out for 2 more grade 2s. So for grade 2s I've got 2 Fusion Monster Bugweed. Pretty much if I've got a DP Vanguard and this guy hits, and if they're on 8k less, Oh no, it just when he attacks. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, when he attacks a Vanguard with 8k or less, I just get to draw a free card. It's good. Zeal doesn't have a lot of draw power. It will depend on its draw triggers, but I might boost him up to 4. And the other grade 2 is the Devour of Planet Zeal, if I can get this right. As I said, I only run 6 grade 2s, but that's because when I ride on top of level beast Zeal, I've got lucky a few times and found him. But I'm going to keep on testing it and see how it gets on. If not, I'll be bulking the grade 2s to 8. And now for grade 3s. I've got 4 Die Kaisers. So counter blast 1 when you ride on top, 6k and a crit. Then when I drive check a grade 3, I choose one of my opponent's guardians and retire, and it cannot if it's a perfect guard, it nullifies the perfect guard. This guy with Zeal is better than I thought, mainly because Zeal drops power a lot, and you're constantly putting in the pressure on your opponent, which is quite good. And especially with Commander L'Oreal and you broke Ride and it hits, that's 2 damage they've already taken and restand. Because when I first played this deck, somebody used my Gold Paladins, which I no longer have because it broke down. Well, no, it's functionable. And what happened was I drove check a Zeal and something else, first twin drive. And then since I hit L'Oreal skill kicked off, so then I restood it, attacked again. He got enough that I needed a grade 3 and a trigger. I got another Zeal, well, the Galactic Beast 1, and a crit trigger. That won me the game, and I underestimated this break ride. I sound like a complete idiot, but when he first came out, I never found him that scary. Just because if my opponent broke Ride before me and I was on 3 damage, I didn't care. As much as if they got a critical, it'd be different, but I didn't care about this guy. But with Commander L'Oreal, when you break Ride on that, it makes him even more scary. I've got 4 Galactic Beast Zeal, Limit Break, Counter Blast 2 for every rear card I've got, they lose 1,000. So yeah, they'll lose 5,000 with a full field. But if you ride on top of it with the grade 2, they'll really be losing 8k. And if you didn't know, your opponent's Vanguard can hit negative numbers. And I run 3 new Beast Zeal when you get hit. No, when a card's put to the damage zone, counter blast 1. If it's in Legion, I choose one of my opponent's units, and they lose 1,000 for each card in the Vanguard and rear guard, so that's 7k they'll be losing from him. And when he hits a Vanguard, if they've got 8,000 or less, I soul charge 1 and unflip 1. I need to consider running self damages, so then this guy's effect goes off, and I can make them lose. If it goes correct, I can make them lose 5, 8. I can make them lose 15k if it goes correctly, but knowing my luck, it won't. This deck does run strides. Yeah, we can question me on the strides, but stuff is changing. Super Cosmic Hero X Falcon. We don't know what this does. Counter Blast 2, ditch a card. When it hits with 45k or more, one of my opponent's rear guards goes to the damage zone. I'm going to go over plans for the deck soon, but he's in it as a stride. Then there's 2 Dark Superhero Pretty Cat. Counter Blast 1 if she's over 34k. I can pay the cost. If I do, my opponent's Vanguard loses 5k. There are methods to get powers up, but with Dark Cat she's a bit more tricky, I think. And 2 Dark Superhuman Omega. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. When he's placed in the Vanguard unit, I can pay the cost if I do. When my rearguards go into the Soul, and then on my opponent's front row loses the attack equal to the original attack that was put into Soul. So if I had something like this, I had Zeal as a rearguard and Omega as my Vanguard, and Omega just came out, I would put Zeal into the Soul, and since Zeal's original power is 10, their entire front row would lose 10k. So it's effectively like a Stride Zeal, but kind of more effective in a way. It just depends what you think. Sorry, that's the deck, but I'm gonna quickly go over plans for the deck. Grade 2 wise, I might take away Fusion Monster and add Grandfire. When he's boosted, Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1, give 2 units 4k. That can help with Falcon, but again, it's Counterblast heavy. Other ideas will be damages. So I'll get rid of Fusion Monster Bugweed and the Limit Breaker remover and add the grade 2 ones. Just depends how this really goes, because I know this stuff I can do, but this is currently going through trial and error. So I'm gonna hunt down the damage, well, the 3 damagers almost, and see how that goes. So yeah, also the channel's been quiet as well. We've had technical issues and stuff. So we'll try and fix this. So we'll see you soon.